All right, update. So we just been through another upgrade for this SEBECO NP01. Been through a month and a half modification, and everything starts from retire from the last race due to the failed fuel pressure regulator. It was a aeromotive product, originally come with this vehicle. I understand it's a reputable brand, and I've been using it on my whole life as well. But it did fail, and it's quite interesting. So we updated it into the Kinsler one, redone the supply pipeline for the fuel system. It works fine now. So I was thinking, since we got a month downtime without any race, we're trying to make some change. This car was a sprint model. It was not the endurance model, so it only comes with one side radiator, and from factory layout, it has the factory engine oil cooler. We can still see the mounting holes here. It will be sealed back down the road, right in front of this coolant radiator. So I understand the concept is they're trying to balance the thermal load on both of them, but it will reduce the cooling efficiency on both of them. And this vehicle did have high oil temperature in the hot days. So that's something we're trying to resolve. Meanwhile, we know the driver is offset to the left side, and both heat exchangers on the left side, the paddle shifting pump and reservoir, the pressure chamber is on the left side. So the left side is naturally highly loaded. Well, not highly, but noticeably higher loaded than the right side. So with the proper 50-50 cross weight, we can really reach the perfect ride height, which should be pretty critical for a higher level aero downforce vehicle. Although this is just a flat floor, but still, I mean, it's something keep bothering me. We relocate the engine oil cooler from the left side to the right side, and as well as the diff cooler and the diff pump. So the diff cooler and the pump were at a very it's on the what was the term? It's after the rear axle. It's on the rear overhang, so it gives a lot more. Basically, all the load are contribute to the rear tire loading. So we know this rear axle is already higher load than the front with the same size tire. So we're trying to reconfigure the weight from the back, shifted to the front as well. So that's why these two assembly are moved to the side, as well as the paddle shift pump and the accumulator assembly here. So my concept is air get into the side pod is all cooled air, and I build this plate that directly mounted on this bracket that custom made for these two heat exchangers, and we'll have the air pressure on this side, and meanwhile, based on the velocity of the vehicle, it will have negative pressure at the back side to create a pressure difference to aid the cooling efficiency on this one very simple design, right? On the other hand, we're trying not to introduce any hot air to reduce the cooling efficiency on these two heat exchangers. By saying that, it's the exhaust vent on the chill out system. It's directly blow out into this open area back in the days. So this will be the feed for the chill out, and they were just directly blowing outside this area. And if we keep that way, the hot, warm, or at least warm air will be contribute to reducing the cooling efficiency of these two heat exchangers. So I understand this is not a perfect design. Well, it's okay design, but it's not a perfect execution, because I was trying to make a composite one, but I'm running out of time. So I just use a sheet metal aluminum sheet to fabricate this chamber. So this chamber, the exhaust vent coming from the hot, warm air coming out of this, go into this chamber and extract to the back side, which behind this panel, there's going to be a negative pressure to aid the, let me grab a light, to aid the heat extraction, which is here. We can see the far side, we can see those two holes. They are the vent, and they will coming through this tunnel and coming out from this area, as well as this chamber as well. So basically, if we see from the front, the air coming out from here and goes up, expand, and based on the Bernoulli equation, and when the air expands, the surface pressure goes up. It goes up, well, the velocity slows down, the surface pressure goes up, and it gives a more pressure difference on this area to help extract the heat away from the chilled out system. Meanwhile, not affecting any either from the thermal side or the pressure difference side on these two heat exchangers, because those are two completely isolated system. The only thing they share is the low pressure zone behind this plate. So the other thing, it's the original dump pipe, the exhaust tip are shooting to the outside with no reason, with no aerodynamic advantages or anything. I don't understand, and I asked my teacher, and he explained to me, he said, hey, Sonic, you know, there's a lot of things doesn't make any sense. I said, okay, I got you. So replace with a titanium straight pipe, reduce the weight, meanwhile just feeding the center wake zone. The original inner fender, we can see over here, this is the original inner fender only on the left side, right? And it wasn't having anything on the right side. So it only served the purpose of partially cover the stone and debris and the marbles shooting on the radiator and damage it. I mean partial because they have this big opening and there's a mesh, screen mesh on top, very coarse one, so we can still see damaged mark on the radiator. Wasn't very efficient. However, it was pretty efficient to blow the hot exhaust air from the radiator directly onto the left side of the tire, because the right side doesn't have anything. So of course it will heat up the left side tire a lot more than the right side, and to contribute the pressure increment. And at the beginning I was confused why this side of the tire has that much load to contribute the tire pressure. And then I realized it's being cooked by the heat. So I sealed it up. Meanwhile, please note there is a design issue. This notch was not on the original unit. We see there's a pretty obvious wear mark on that, which that notch is for the cooling duct for the rear brake. And originally the cooling duct is completely crushed and seized, sandwiched by that edge, and so basically completely closed up. So the left side has no cooling air to the brake system, and the right side has 100% open duct, has 100% cooling air to the brake. It's not a very smart design. It could done better. So I custom made these two inner fenders, just regular layout, 3 layer of 12K, and with 1 layer of Kevlar for puncture resistant and wear resistant, just standard stuff. And I add some heat insulation on this side for the exhaust heat, and to trying to redirect the warm exhaust heat from the heat exchanger to the center portion of the vehicle by both sides of the engine and the transmission, and to be extracted from the center wake zone, which in my theory should be more efficient, not being disturbed by the wheel turbulence, which is completely another scenario. So the other thing I changed is this overflow can, breather can. It was mounted on here, and it wasn't really impressive design to start with. The mounting bracket break off due to vibration, and but the problem was if it sits here, it's partially blocking this air passage. So basically, it will reduce the cooling efficiency for the radiator, which can be done better. So I relocate that, made a new bracket, and relocate that to that area, and open up this air passage for the cooling, exhausting the warm cooling air exhaust. Anyway, that's what it is, and that's how race cars should be, having fun and not, yeah, we'll see how it works. I'm about to do the corner balance and the ride height reset, and we'll see how it goes. Peace out.